Prologue: A World Scarred. A haunting voiceover recaps the origin of the Crippen virus, initially a cure for cancer, which mutated into a pathogen wiping out most of humanity. Visuals of abandoned cities, overgrown nature, and mutant Darkseekers show how the world changed. The voiceover ends on Neville, Anna, and Ethan reaching the Vermont colony, a symbol of hope. Neville, Anna, and Ethan are welcomed by Colonel Harris, the leader of the Vermont colony. The community is organized, thriving through farming, wind energy, and strict security protocols. Neville joins a group of scientists continuing virological research in a converted university lab. He shares his knowledge and original cure, sparking renewed optimism. A scouting team fails to return. A recovery unit finds their bodies mutilated, clearly attacked by a different kind of Darkseeker. These new variants have darkened skin that resists UV light and display pack hunting strategies. Neville analyzes the corpses and realizes the virus has evolved again, adapting to the environment and past treatments. Neville proposes genetically modifying humans to resist the virus entirely, using a combination of immune markers from Anna and viral code from the original strain. Some scientists support him, but others, including a bioethics council, fear playing God. Colonel Harris gives Neville 1 month to prove his theory won't lead to new mutations. Satellite images and drone footage from New York show growing signs of movement. Fires burn in patterns. Symbols appear on buildings. A larger, more muscular Darkseeker is captured on footage, believed to be the alpha and former mate of the one Neville experimented on. Survivors in the area speak of a king who commands others. Neville organizes a recon mission into New York with 6 others: Anna, Soldier Mackenzie, Scout Reyes, Medic Oliver, and Tech Specialist Lynn. The goal is to retrieve data and frozen DNA from Neville's old lab. They enter through underground tunnels to avoid detection. Manhattan is covered in vegetation and eerily quiet. The team moves cautiously, noting signs of Darkseeker organization, sacrificial altars, wall carvings, and guard patrols. Lynn theorizes the Darkseekers have developed primitive religion and social order. Neville is disturbed by the implications. They're no longer just infected. They are evolving. Reaching the lab, Neville finds it mostly untouched. In the sub-basement freezer, he recovers a blood sample of Patient Zero, the first infected human. It contains an unmutated form of the virus. Combined with Anna's immunity, it could unlock a new, universal cure. Meanwhile, Lynn decrypts old lab footage hinting at earlier, suppressed mutations. As darkness falls, the team is ambushed by dozens of Darkseekers. They are more coordinated and use distractions to separate the group. Mackenzie is killed, and Anna is bitten but survives the attack. The team barely escapes with the lab materials intact, retreating to an old firehouse to treat wounds. While treating Anna's bite, Neville notices no signs of viral spread. Blood analysis reveals her antibodies are adapting in real time, halting the infection. She may possess a natural, inheritable immunity. Neville believes her blood combined with Patient Zero's could synthesize a vaccine and possibly a cure for even evolved variants. Using scent markers and drones, the Alpha tracks Neville's group. The Darkseekers now travel by night and tunnel by day, closing in. Neville and his team realize the Alpha isn't just hunting, he's waging a personal war. They flee toward Vermont, using smoke and fire to slow pursuit. The journey back is grueling. Neville's team finds other survivor camps, some flourishing, some decimated by new variants. In one town, they meet Dr. Ayers, a recluse who's been studying Darkseeker communication. He theorizes that the Alpha is forming a hive-like society. Ayers joins the group, intrigued by Anna's immunity. Back in Vermont, Neville informs the colony of the Alpha's incoming horde. A war council debates options. Should they flee, defend, or deploy chemical weapons that would kill both the infected and any hope of a cure? Neville urges patience, promising a cure is near. Harris grants him 72 hours. A splinter group within the colony, led by Captain Marlowe, believes Neville is endangering them all. They steal bioweapons and attempt to poison the forest routes leading to the colony. Anna and Ethan are nearly caught in the blast. Marlowe is arrested, but public trust in Neville wavers. Neville's team sets up a new lab to synthesize the cure using Anna's blood and patient zero's strain. The work is grueling and stressful. Anna begins to weaken, a sign the virus may be gaining ground. Neville and Ayers accelerate testing, facing mounting pressure from the colony to deliver results. On the third night, the Alpha leads thousands of Darkseekers in a full-scale siege. They breach the outer perimeter using fire and diversions. Human defenses begin to collapse. Colonel Harris is critically wounded. Civilians are evacuated to underground bunkers. Neville refuses to flee. He's nearly finished. Neville completes the cure and injects Anna. She flatlines briefly, then stabilizes. The virus in her blood begins to reverse. Her eyes return to normal. With Ayers' help, they aerosolize the formula and load it into drones and gas dispersal grenades. As the Alpha reaches the inner gates, Neville launches the drones. The cure is released over the battlefield. Infected Darkseekers collapse and begin reverting. The sight stuns the attackers. Human defenders rally and push back. The tide turns in dramatic fashion. Victory is not in destruction, but redemption. Neville confronts the Alpha one-on-one. A brutal fight ensues. Neville overpowers him, but spares his life. Instead, he injects the Alpha with the cure. The creature's transformation is excruciating, but successful. The former Alpha collapses, confused and broken. He remembers his past, his family, his name. Humanity flickers within him again. Weeks later, colonies across the continent begin communicating. The cure is shared via convoys and drops. Vermont becomes a global hub of recovery. Neville watches Ethan play outside, free at last. In the final scene, Neville adds a new line to his journal. They were never monsters. We just never try to understand. The camera pans upward to a clear blue sky, a symbol of healing and hope.